I like to pull back when I think about what it'll take to have investors invest in driving climate. And so the world needs to get itself to 1.5C. That requires getting the world to net zero at some point, 2045, 2050. If one could be king for a day, probably the simple answer would be to have government play the role of setting a target for carbon and then letting the market decide the best technologies over time. We're not quite all the way there. Focusing on the United States, what I see going on is that there is action taking place, and particularly with the federal government having implemented the Inflation Reduction Act and the bipartisan bill and tools like that, along with policy, right, like the goal around the NDC of 50 to 52%. There are signals coming from government. There's investment. It's probably not quite as strong as having a firm target and then letting the market decide, but that is creating a system where there's a signal for businesses, there's government funding to help bridge the gap, and that importantly makes these investments economic.
I think we are on track of achieving the energy transition. Again, it's going to happen at different speeds for different nations. I think some nations will achieve net zero by 2050, but we needed to take a look at the world holistically. So the countries that get there first need to step up and help the nations that are behind.
I mean, there's a sense of urgency about what we're doing. Investors see it, the consumers see it, and as an entrepreneur, I believe that we're going to solve this problem. I mean, you have to have that optimism, but we have to create a framework that's going to enable that.
And I think where we'll end up is a largely decarbonized, prosperous future in which all of the sort of various targets and net zero commitments that people are talking about today will ultimately look pretty silly in retrospect.